Hello, 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 hello. If you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com, and on this live, I'm going to attempt to make several quarters into rings. If that sounds cool to you, stick around. If you'd like to get a coin ring for yourself, you can tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first one we're working on today is a California quarter. It's going to be a size 10 ring. First thing we got to do is punch a hole in it. Let's go. Nice little center punch there. There's our coin. Now the next step is to clean up this inside edge right here. So for that, we're going to take a deburring tool and just cut that away. Make it nice and smooth. If anybody wants to get one of these, they are made from real quarters. I've got all 50 states available, and I've got them in copper and 90% silver. So if you want a little bit of a fancier one, I do work on 90% silver proof quarters as well. Those rings come out really nice. If you'd like to check that out, tap the little shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Thanks for watching. But yeah, just tap that shopping cart. Go read some of the reviews. They're also really nice. Now we've got the inside edge nice and cleaned up. I like to follow up with some 4-0 steel wool and just smooth out any of the parts that blade didn't quite get. Thanks for hitting the follow button, Henry. Again, if anybody has any questions, let me know. If you're enjoying the live, make sure to tap the screen. And if you want to get a coin ring, tap the shopping cart. It's at the bottom of the screen. There we go, nice and smooth. Now, since this one's going to be over a size 9, we're going to anneal it. I work on dimes, quarters, half dollars, dollars, 1 ounce silver rounds, half ounce silver rounds, quarter ounce silver rounds, quarter ounce gold eagles, some sterling silver rounds, a bunch of different stuff. If you tap the shopping cart down here, and then go find my username, you can pull up all the coin rings I have on my TikTok shop. If you want to see everything I make, go to my profile and tap the URL or the website link there. I totally work on Morgans. I've got one over here I can show you. There it is. So this is my personal Morgan. So it's a little more beat up than ones I would sell. So I made it for myself because the details aren't quite sharp enough to sell it, but it still came out pretty good. But yeah, that's the basic idea. Morgan silver dollar. It's a good looking ring. It's really handsome. And you can find these at buycoinrings.com or by going to the link in my profile. I just had these pliers not that long ago. There they are. That was a good question. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Thanks for watching. do I use the whole coin to make a ring? So when I first start working on a coin, I have to punch the middle out of it. And that's this piece right here. And what I do with the center punch is I put this in a little keychain. Let me grab one for you. So yeah, this will go in a little keychain like that. It's got my website on there, and the back of it's glow in the dark. It's pretty cool. And then you'll have like a matching set, your ring and your keychain. There we go. We're starting to get a bit of a cone shape here. Looking pretty good. The next step would be to stretch the coin ring on this ring stretcher. But before I do that, what's going on, Country Coin Rings? How are you doing today? We're gonna smooth this cut edge real quick. Late night coin rings, yes sir. So I want to try and have these out in the mail before like early Monday morning. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. All right, we got our cut edge nice and smooth now. I'm gonna pop it on the ring stretcher and stretch it out a bit. I recently greased my ring stretcher for the first time. I've had this thing for a couple of years and it works so much better now. I feel like a fool for waiting so long. This thing works super easy now. There's our ring so far. The target size for this one is going to be 10. But you can see it's still got a bit of that cone shape to it. It's a little wider at the top than the bottom. So I like to stretch them a little over a half a size over the target. And then what I'm going to do is reduce this top part to match up with the bottom. So we're going to head back over here and reduce that down. Kind of two birds with one stone. So we get the right size and the right shape by doing that. Now it's got a really nice straight wall shape to it. The next step is to address this inner lip right here, right below where it says quarter. There's a bit of raised metal. We're gonna go ahead and cut that away real quick. I have a handheld battery-powered expansion tool for plumbing. It's very similar. I've actually seen those, and I've thought about getting them for like tougher coin rings. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I know what you're talking about. That's that's funny. Like I know a guy. He goes by Asthma Geek on Instagram, and he makes like bangles, like bracelets out of like 2-ounce rounds, so like really big coins. And he was looking into getting one of those to kind of stretch those out for him. Interesting idea. I'm afraid it would mess up the inside of the ring too much. But they're pretty cool. If anybody wants to get a handmade quarter coin ring, just tap the shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions, let me know. The cone is shorter, yeah. I think it might work for like very select cases, but this ring stretcher works really good. It's a Pepe Tools ring stretcher. Yeah, you use one of these too? So it might as well be a plumber, right? I've got all the tools for it. All right, guys, help me understand this. Why do people do this? Where it's they at me? What does that mean? I don't understand it. Like, I've been on TikTok a long time, and I do not understand why people do that. What does it mean? Explain it to me, guys. I don't get it. Why would you comment my username on my live? I don't understand. If you have a question, just ask your question. Anybody have any idea? No explanations from the audience? I will continue to be confused, I suppose. Yeah, I guess, I mean, if you're trying to get my attention, just say what you want. Like, almost every time somebody does that, they never follow up with anything. I don't get it. I mean, it's copper. It's pretty tough. This blade is just very sharp. So I work on 90% silver and fine silver, and they are both softer than copper. Copper is actually pretty tough stuff. What am I doing and how do I do it? So what I'm doing is I'm making quarters, mostly steak quarters on this one. You can see them by tapping the shopping cart down here, into rings. See, you can wear it. Now you can wear a quarter. It's pretty cool. What I'm doing on the process right now is, you did it again, is there's like a raised lip of metal on the outside edge of the coin on both sides here. And when you turn it into a ring, that lip of metal is pretty uncomfortable on the inside. And it also kind of throws off the sizing a bit. So what I'm doing right now is just cutting that away, smoothing it out. Yeah, man, you have a good night as well. Thanks for stopping by. Nice chatting with you. 601 likes on this live. Let's go. If you want a quarter coin ring, tap the shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. It's orange. I've got these in copper and 90% silver. All 50 states available. They make pretty good gifts. And if you want one, you know, go get it. If you have any questions, let me know. These are all handmade by me in the United States. They're made to order. So I don't have these sitting around. I wait until I get an order and then I work on it here live on TikTok. And that's pretty much what's going on here. That's my whole spiel. Did I make the ring on my thumb? No, I got this from a jewelry maker who was working in Knott's Berry Farms in like 2006. So I've had it for a really long time. And you can see it's not a circle anymore. It's actually like molded to the shape of my weird thumb. So it actually fits on there perfectly, which is pretty cool. Canadian coins, the Canadian government does not want you to mess with their coins in any way at all. I would highly advise against it. That's one reason I mainly work on US coins. There are definitely some Canadian coins I would like to work on, but they have different laws, different regulations around their coins and their mints. And even if it is a retired coin, like I think 2009, Canada retired the penny. I still can't even work on those. It's like anything ever produced by the Royal Canadian Mint, I can't touch. So, I'm sorry, Ken, go ahead and ask it again. Sometimes TikTok, like, hides comments, even if they're not nasty. So just pop your question back in there for me. And if anybody else has a question, please put them in the chat. So what I'm doing right now is making sure we got that right at size 10. That looks perfect. Awesome. Would I consider putting together a kit for starters and selling? So instead of putting... Hold on, let me make sure the connection's good. Instead of like putting a kit together and having that like sit in my house, what I've done is I've put together a recommended tool list, and you can find that at coinringmaker.com. It's one of the top buttons at the top of the page. It just says recommended coin ring making tool list. Tap on that. It's got links, it's got videos showing how to use the tools, where to get them, what to use them for. It's a whole, basically a starter kit, but you can kind of pick and choose what tools work best for you. But yeah, if you want to get started on making coin rings, I would suggest checking out my recommended tool list on my website and checking out the tutorials I have on YouTube. My YouTube channel is just called Coin Ring Maker, and there's lots of tutorials on there to get started. But yeah, there is our size 10 California. And here later tonight, we're going to polish off all this fire scale and get it nice and shiny. But I've got another quarter coin ring I need to work on, so we're going to hop right into that. This one is North Carolina. Can I make rings that are size 15? I can, but I have to use larger coins to do it. So the max size for quarters is 12. The max size for half dollars is 14, but dollars, I can get them up to 16. This is an example of a Morgan silver dollar. I could get this up to size 15 for you. What I would recommend is for you looking for a size 15, go to buycoinrings.com, or the link in my TikTok profile. It'll be there. At the very top of the page, there's a button that says filtered search. Tap on that, go to ring size, select size 15, and it'll pull up all the different rings I can make in size 15 for you. So that way you can kind of pick and choose which one fits you the best. This just happens to be one I have on hand here. 1901 Morgan dollar. Yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, please let me know. How long am I annealing? At what temp? So what I've found works best is watching the flame. Basically what that means is when the coin gets hot enough, the propane flame will turn kind of a robust kind of orange color instead of blue. And once it turns orange, that's when I stop annealing it. And I can show you that on this one. Once we get to that point, I'll give you an example. There's our quarters so far. Again, if you'd like one of these, just tap the shopping cart down here. If you're on the fence, go read the reviews. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm just going to clean up that edge real quick, and then we'll anneal this, and I'll show you how long I do it for. Happy afternoon. Good evening. It's about 9:25 where I am. got into it and thought about setting diamonds into Morgans. I've done a little bit of stone setting. It's way stressful. Especially like to go through all the effort, like to make a really nice Morgan coin ring and then screw it up by like drilling in too hard, making the hole too big, stuff like that. So I kind of backed off from setting stones. I need more practice. So the U.S. law around altering currency, specifically coins, says you can't fraudulently alter jewelry, or you can't fraudulently alter coins. That would be like taking a penny and making it look like a dime and trying to spend it, or like changing the date on a coin to make it look more valuable. The alterations have to be like deceitful to be illegal. And what I do is I take coins and I make them into jewelry. So there's no fraud in this practice. When you order from me, you know you're going to get a ring. So there's no fraud there. So it's not illegal. It's very similar to like penny smashing machines, if you've ever used one of those. Oh, you're a jeweler. Of course you are. So let me ask you, how long did it take you to become confident at setting stones? Like, how long did it take? Because I'm not there. All right. So here's a little annealing tutorial. We got the blue flame, right? You can clearly see it's blue. Now once this coin absorbs enough heat, it will actually turn the flame orange. You see it? That means it's good. And you're done. It's very... It's so much easier than what I used to do. And it doesn't even take that long, right? You don't have to worry about over annealing if you just watch the flame. So yeah, that works pretty well. There's our coin so far. We're going to take it over here and give it a couple folds. Again, if you'd like one of these, tap the shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions, let me know. Been a jeweler for 34 years, so it's been years. I came into coin rings after the fact. I mean, coin rings are pretty fun. I totally accidentally slipped into becoming, I don't know, I guess you could call me a jeweler. I make jewelry. I never planned on becoming a jeweler. I've been at it for about 5 years and just kind of snowballed. I saw a video of a guy making a quarter into a ring on YouTube. Looked like a fun afternoon project. And after my first try, I was addicted. And I've been making them pretty much every day ever since. I got a violation for not pointing out my product, even though I was just like, it's down here. State quarter coin rings. Got all 50 states available. I got them in copper and 90% silver. That's so dumb. I can't even have a nice chat with you guys without getting a violation. Have I ever tried gold coins? I've done one gold quarter-ounce American Eagle. It came out really nice, but other than that, I haven't had a whole lot of customers interested in gold. They can pay for it. What's the bare minimum cost involved for making one? I would say maybe $200 to $300, but that again is like the bare basics, and the better tools you get, the better quality rings you're going to be able to make. So it's kind of a trade-off. When I first started, I had some, I don't know, I call them caveman tools, like super basic stuff, and my rings were not very pretty. They are fun. The concept is still amazing. Still blows my mind how the coin can be inverted. Yeah. And they're fun to work on. Like, I really enjoy making these. We got that to 8.5. Now we're going to go over here and reduce the top to match it up with the bottom so we can get a nice straight wall shape. Focus. Stay quarter coin rings. Tap the shopping cart down here if you want to get one. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Thanks for watching. Tap the screen if you're enjoying the live. I think it's going pretty well. I think TikTok wants me to do this like QVC style and just like constantly be selling, but it's not how I do it, man. I show you guys the whole process of me making the jewelry because that's what I like to do. It's pretty lame to get a violation for that, but whatever. If you want to get a coin ring, tap the shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions, let me know. Does any of the rings turn your finger blue? Copper? You can see the edge here. The copper ones do have a tendency of turning people's fingers green. I recommend applying clear fingernail polish to the inside of it to help prevent that. If you're really worried about it and you don't want to get green finger at all, I would recommend going with a 90% silver version. You can find both of them down here by tapping the shopping cart. The 90% silver version is a bit more expensive, but those coins are more expensive for me to source. But they are what I recommend if you're trying to avoid getting a green finger. Quarters are mostly made out of copper, so there's not much I can do for that, except tell you to apply fingernail polish to it, which seems to work pretty well. I'm going to follow you. May start streaming my work in the future. May need streaming tips. I'm happy to help. If you have any questions, hop on in. Can you give me any idea where to buy the tools for this? Yeah, go to my website. Let me take a screenshot of this right here. coinringmaker.com. At the very top, there's going to be a button that says recommended tool list. Just tap on that. It's got links and videos and everything you need to get started as far as tools go. I also have tutorials on my YouTube channel. It's called Coinringmaker. So those are both good places to start. Thank you for the heart. That's cool. So if I missed anybody's questions, please let me know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up and work at the same time, and sometimes I miss stuff. So if you have any questions, if I missed your question, put it back in the chat. If you'd like a stay quarter coin ring, tap the shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. If you're enjoying the live, tap the screen a couple times. Change you can wear YouTuber is a good source. Absolutely. He's actually the one I can blame on getting me started. So yeah, he's pretty good. No, it's all his fault. Do I sell a kit to start making them? No, but I do have a recommended tool list on my website, coinringmaker.com. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me for me to stockpile a bunch of tools when you can just, order them from where I got them. Harbor Freight's not bad, but you can't find everything you need there. You can find a punch and die kit. You can find a good plastic hammer. You can find like a hydraulic press if you want to go that far into it. But yeah, you can get a 1-ton arbor press too. So I definitely picked up some stuff from Harbor Freight, but that's not the only place I get tools from. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Harbor Freight. That's my kind of store. If anybody else has any questions, please put them in the chat. If you haven't checked it out yet, tap the little shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. Take a look at my work. You can see what it looks like when it's finished. You can read reviews. And heck, you can even order yourself a ring. Go take a look. It's just that easy. Do I make Morgan rings? Sure do. So the ones I make for customers are usually much nicer than this one. This one wasn't in quite the condition that I look for, so I made this one for myself. But that's the basic idea. Yours will look nicer if you get one from me. But this one is pretty much what you call a Cole or a slick Morgan. So I got to make it for myself. Thanks for hitting the follow button, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you'd like to get a Morgan, you can find that by clicking the website link on my TikTok profile. I haven't got the Morgan rings on the TikTok shop yet. Yeah. Well, you're my perfect customer then, man. NCW. This is North Carolina. For sure. Not sure what the W is. Can you choose dates? I have a couple of dates to pick from for Morgans. Not as many as I used to. But I think there's like 5 or 6 years you can pick from. If you'd like to send me a coin, you'll need to email me at info@coinringmaker.com and tell me a little bit about your coin, and we can work from there. I also have a button on my TikTok profile that says get quote, but that hasn't been working so well lately, so I'd rather you just shoot me an email. So I can actually show you what Morgans I have real quick. I guess I only have 2. Got a 1989 and a 1921. This one's still got some chest feathers on it. But yeah, this is about the quality I look for to make rings. They both look pretty good. I guess I need some more. Gotta restock my Morgans. That's wild. Alright, back on to North Carolina. Trying to get this to a size 8. Would you look at that? It's already a size 8. Perfect. Alright guys, I'm gonna hop off of here real quick, and then I'm gonna start a new live because I'm gonna be making some necklaces, and they don't really match with what I've got pinned down here. So if you want to catch that live, or catch me another time I go live, or just watch my TikTok videos, hit the follow button right now. It'd be real cool if all 225 of you just hit the follow button. You can unfollow later, but yeah, just hit that follow button. Stoke my ego. Make me think I'm a real life influencer. Give me some follows. Let's go. Thank you very much, Chris. Before I head out, if anybody has any questions, throw them in the chat. If you'd like to get a coin ring, tap a shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. Take a look at these before we head out. Again, these are going to get a really nice polish before I ship them out. But I tend to do that at a different time. So we'll do that later this evening. Oh, it came out pretty good. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you have a lovely evening, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.